Okay, Dudley, I'm gonna need you to choose an idea from the hat. Which one did you choose, buddy? Top 5 citrus fragrances. Good choice, buddies.
Welcome to a fragrance top 5. Today we are going to do what Dudley picked, the top 5 citrus-based fragrances. So, citrus-based fragrances are a very enjoyable thing. They tend to be bright. They tend to be very short-lived, unfortunately. But because of that, because of their brightness, because of how they kind of make things smell fresh and clean and just absolutely fun, people tend to enjoy them. So this list, I'm going to go over through the 5 fragrances in my collection that I think showcase a good citrus smell the best. Here, I'm going to start with an honorable mention. The reason I'm not putting it in this list is not because it's not one of my favorites. In fact, I think most likely this fragrance would be my number 1. But what it is Guerlain Lom Cologne. This fragrance opens up extremely bright. Grapefruit, lemons, tangerines, and has a wonderful base of almond. This fragrance here lasts longer than you think, and you're gonna smell like just a wonderful kind of summery lemon iced tea citrus drink. It is so refreshing and it lasts a good length of time. But the reason it can't really be on my top 5 list is that it's sadly discontinued. And I don't really want to recommend a fragrance that is getting increasingly hard to find, that's getting more and more expensive. Sometimes you can still find it heavily discounted. And if you can, I highly recommend Guerlain Lom Eau Cologne. Here, I'm going to continue on with my first fragrance at number 5, which is Mugler Cologne, or Mugler Come Together. As you can see, it lists citrus sensual on it. This fragrance is the clean soap. It is absolutely wonderful for what it is. It opens up bright with like lemon and lime and that really wonderful neroli, which is a citrus flower. It's bright, it's clean, and perfectly unisex. You and your partner will, or anyone else who's smelling it, is absolutely going to love Mugler Cologne or Mugler Come Together. They renamed it and made a Come Together line. The story behind it actually is Thierry Mugler went to, I believe, Morocco and smelled a very nice hotel soap that he thoroughly enjoyed, and he went to Alberto Morealis, one of the most famous perfumers, and said, make something that smells like this. It's a story, don't know how true it is, but it's absolutely gorgeous, highly recommended at my number 5. At my number 4, I'm going to recommend Kenneth Cole Blue. This one here is one of my daughter's favorites. This one here smells like a citrus bar near the ocean in Florida. It has all the kind of Sunny D type flavors you're going to look for. It's got lemon, it's got bergamot, it's got grapefruit, it's got tangerine, and it has a base of salt and amber. And that's it. It's not the longest lasting or most natural smelling fragrance, but it is very cheap and easy to find at Shoppers Drug Mart or Rexall, which I think is where I got this particular bottle. For citrus, it actually lasts a fairly good length of time. It's definitely summer. It will not work in this cold. It will not work. But during the summer, when you want something light and airy and something that smells kind of just happy, like you're having a beachside party, Kenneth Cole Blue is going to do it, and it will last the good part of the day, which is really good, especially for a citrus-based fragrance. And here at number 3, we have Versace Dylan Blue. Versace Dylan Blue is your blue fragrances, and I call it one of the original ones, which you have Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel, and Versace Dylan Blue. Versace Dylan Blue opens up with a extremely bright grapefruit note and is supported with lots of ambroxan, and is supported by incense to give a little bit more richness. Unlike a lot of citrus fragrances, this one is a year-round one. It works very well because of that incense during the winter months. It is an all-age, everyone can wear it all the time, male marketed fragrance that I actually thoroughly enjoy and have, I believe, very early in my career and have received multiple comments for. Versace Dylan Blue rests firmly here as a citrus fragrance at spot number 3. Spot number 2, I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to talk about Mandarina Duck Black. Now, Mandarina Duck doesn't have that bright citrus, but has a syrupy orange citrus to it. I thoroughly like it. It's like candied tangerine or mandarin orange with a base of tonka and musks. It's kind of like, you ever smelled the orange and vanilla Coke, creamsicle Coke? It smells like that, but in a sexy date night type of way. Somewhere between taking Armani Code, the original Armani Code Black, and adding a whole bunch of sweet tangerine to it. The sweetness and the citrus from that orange tangerine really stands out in it. Doesn't last very long, not terribly expensive, but it's one of those ones that works great on cooler nights. I wouldn't say it's winter per se, but it can work there. But it is kind of an evening wear date night fragrance, much like Armani Code. Just sweet and bright enough that really is youthful, but also just gourmandy, just a little bit. And I thoroughly enjoy Mandarina Duck Black. And here at number 1, I'm going to talk about Versace Man Eau Fraiche. This one here is a rather unique one. It opens up with a lot of lemon and a lot of starfruit. I don't know if starfruit counts as a citrus, but it definitely has that acidity and that brightness that you expect from a citrus, and the lemon is very prominent there too. It kind of reminds you of being at the pool on a hot summer day. It is 100% not a winter fragrance. It will not carry in the cold. But during the summer, when there's heat, to help bring it off the skin, for the 4 to 5 hours that it lasts, it is absolutely gorgeous. And it just wafts in the air and smells of clean and bright and happiness, poolside memories, vacation, summer holidays. Absolutely gorgeous. So there it is. There is my top 5 with an honorable mention fragrances that are citrus based. Citrus based tends to be very happy, tends to be very exciting, and except for one of these, which kind of goes more wintry, great for the summer. So not really the time to do it, but you know what? Dudley picked it. I'm going to do it. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.